This is episode 8 of the Broker Banter podcast. We're jumping right into it with some news, and then we're going to review some businesses. Surprise, surprise. This episode is brought to you by Boopos, and I'll let George from the future talk a bit about that. Thanks, guys. So, of course, this episode is sponsored by Boopos. Boopos is an online business marketplace where you can find great online deals. We've been using it for some time now, and compared to some of the other marketplaces, it's giving us a really good range of businesses to look at. My personal favorite thing about it is it does some analysis. It makes some of the graphing just a lot easier to actually synthesize and look at. Now, a lot of the time, you're going to have to pull out P&Ls and do the analysis yourself, right? But doing that over many, many different businesses can be difficult. But they make that quite easy. There's a lot of insights that the marketplace provides. I love those. Makes it very easy to do that process. Now, of course, some of these businesses are also Boopos financeable. Some of them are not, though. However, if they are Boopos financeable, fantastic, talk to the Boopos team. So if you are interested in learning a bit more about Boopos, take a look at their website, take a look at their marketplace, and let's get back to the podcast.
Anyways, my big takeaway here, if you're watching this podcast and you're trying to get out there dating, turns out download Strava. It's the new
It really is. Run clubs, all the memes are like run clubs are the new dating apps, and they really are. Like I went there and I met, first it was at 8 a.m. on a Saturday. Who is out?
Anyone who's thinking about health.
And that's thinking about health weren't out last night on a Friday night, so it's
probably
kind
not.
of genius.
Or they're a young gun like you and they can go out and party.
Yeah, no, I didn't
and then
party.
show up. Yeah.
Is a Amazon FBA business in the automotive niche. Okay, so asking price 3.25 mil. Revenue is 2.8 mil. Profit is 1.2 mil. Nice. It's comes from website properties, which we know.
It's a really high profit margin.
Yeah,
like
insane.
Net profit margin.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, especially on. I mean, I've seen this automotive niche before. I wonder if it's very niche. Maybe we can learn a little bit more. Okay. Yeah, excellent margins. One of the key benefits. No way. So they've got really good ratings. That's going to make sense. Nice. They've got brand registry. I don't know why they're differentiating brand registry 1.0. Amazon's choice. That just means that they're winning the category. So they've got some products that are Amazon's choice. So they're in the top category, like they're ranked number one effectively. And they're getting quite a lot of traffic from that. And they're top 10,000 Amazon seller. So they're clearly doing very well in this automotive niche.
They've been in the game for 12 years.
They've been around for a while. Not too many employees.
3. It's insane. I mean, their product range must be massive for automotive if it's...
Does it tell us that?
No, but I generally see that with...
In the automotive niche, that's what I've noticed. Like, you have to be doing a tremendous amount of supplier management. Yeah, I mean, interesting business, clearly making very good margins. I'm curious why they haven't diversified out to... If they're Amazon's choice, this is probably in categories where there's at least some organic search happening. Oh, but interesting. So we're seeing a pretty big decline recently.
In margin.
Yeah.
So if we look at...
it's an ST. So in net margin, their net margin is going down. So I wonder, well, obviously we can't see more detail, but that typically, unless their costs have gone way up, and I don't think that there's a macroeconomic, there shouldn't be any shipping trends in the last bit, shipping cost trends that would be driving that up. So I wonder if that means that now they need to be spending more on marketing on Amazon, as Amazon's pushing more and more vendors into spending a lot on marketing. They're probably not exempt from that. Actually, you've actually pulled up the screen already. It's proving my exact point. They didn't have to spend money on marketing. Now they do. Their net profits are going down.
Yeah.
So that's why they're likely trying to get out of it.
I'll say, no, there's a lot of marketplaces out there. Boopos is the only one that does this page.
These little.
Just going between profitability and marketing spend.
We have our answer.
We have our answer, which you could never do in any other marketplace.
Thank you, Boopos. Yeah, you get to the crux of it pretty quickly. They weren't spending anything on marketing. Now they are. It's having an immediate, proportional impact on profitability.
That's insane. I spent nothing for so many years.
They must have just crushing the game on SEO. This is a fairly recent development on Amazon, right? That you need to be spending to be continuing to get ranked well. So obviously they've got their bad Bupa's revenue growth score. That makes sense. I imagine that the seller is looking to get out of this because if you're in an environment where you're maybe not if you're someone who's really good at organic ranking on Amazon, and all of a sudden you're in this world where you need to be effectively media buying, and you're not really a natural born media buyer, it's not something that you're into, and you're seeing your costs very much trend up, you're probably thinking, oh crap, I better get out of this before all of my margin erodes. Yeah. But in the meantime, they've offered up something at a fairly appetizing purchase price. So if you're someone who's diligencing this, going deeper than we are right now on this call, you're going in and you're saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to be able to keep these, I'm confident I'll be able to keep these marketing costs steady or become more efficient. That's a fairly attractive price. Like the current profitability of that business is actually pointing me towards, that's reasonable. That's reasonably financeable. Certainly better than some of the things that we look at.
Oh, yeah. Here's a listing from e-commerce brokers called Lebenselement. It's a German listing. This is definitely in the category of smaller e-com, but what I think is interesting about this one is solid numbers for a young business. They are, I believe they are drop shipping. Yes, 9% drop shipping to Germany. The designs, jewelry. So this listing to go
classic starter business. You love a young hustler doing a jewelry drop shipping business in his localized
21,
language.
22.
Totally.
I met him in Cyprus.
I was just guessing. Yeah. I was right.
No, I actually know that. Yeah. And a lot of the designs are actually unique.
Okay.
So
it's a 21-year-old jewelry designer?
No, he just hires people to design this stuff. But he's ridiculously good at marketing. And now jewelry is tough because you got to kind of keep up to date with it all. But
it's good product design. I like that.
Yeah.
Like there's actually some unboxing there. They've been thoughtful about it.
That's actually in Cyprus, in Larnaca.
Okay.
But he's kept up with trends. That's what you can see.
Yeah.
He actually keeps up with trends. I'd be interested to see if he has had a few reels go viral. A couple thousand. There you go. And that's organic stuff.
Yeah. He's clearly got a good roster of some consistent UGC creators.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you'd be inheriting like some at least meaningful infrastructure that's like slightly modernized. Dropshipping does sometimes freak me out a little bit just because...
That's why you should be paying a lower multiple.
Yeah, totally.
I think... so here, you've got some UGC content. Yeah, look, it's a great little starter business. I would buy it for a low multiple with some seller financing if I was German or Austrian. I would do a lot more of my own product images. Like, I don't like the way a lot of these...
Yeah, they don't really fit all together. It's funny because on like Instagram, the aesthetic...
Yeah.
The packaging aesthetic is really well done, but on the actual website itself, the packaging aesthetic is
this is too much writing.
Not consistent.
Yeah. I think it's a great little business to start off.
Let me look at the numbers one more time. Okay, so net profit, average monthly revenue. Yeah, okay. I mean, good for this person. Like that's a great business to have started. And yeah, clearly like paid ads wizard. Yeah, if you're good at paid ads, you don't know how to start your own dropshipping store yourself, and you speak German, there's probably something here.
Yeah,
it's a lot of emails, 214,000 emails. Like, you could probably, to your point, if you're paying a lower multiple, you're doing some seller financing, you've already got kind of an operation going, like in e-commerce, you've got people that you could throw at this, staff you can throw at this. So nice low chargeback rate too for a dropshipping business, which is uncommon.
Yeah.
I don't mind this.